Anybody listening? Anybody? What's up? I'm the Unknown Factor. Yeah. Live, randomly, because I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But check it. We're going to be on here in a minute. Early as a motherfucker for the No Fucks Given Hour, but that's okay because we don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Mesn had shit to do. We got shit to do. Everybody got shit to do. So we do this shit now. So check it. Chill. Listen to this. She all turned me down like a motherfucker so y'all can't even hear me right. God damn it. Kickling into Google fucking Hangouts. So shut up and listen to this shit. I don't want to hear about no more motherfucking wear bitch. You hear me? For real. I'm done with the wear bitch. Wear bitch is over. At least for the moment. We'll get back to some more shit like that later. But for right now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. What should we do? Maybe we should fuck off. Maybe we should go nuts, right? Maybe we should be like...
Presenting the No Fucks Given Hour on FGR with your host, the Unknown Factor.
Yeah, see, look at that. Hell yeah! No fucks given. Gonna have Osiris, the god of the underground, none other than Mesn, up in this motherfucker, right? I done message that motherfucker. So for real, Mesn, call me, cause you know I got that whole fucking album. I'll drop it. Don't make me do it.
We about did already.
I actually about put that whole motherfucker in rotation about a week before it dropped. Cause that shit is dope, y'all. Cause for real, I'm telling you, man, you need to pick up that motherfucking album tomorrow. If you listening and you down with some rhyme stick, you down with fucking just some sick ass hip hop, period. You need to fucking pick that motherfucking Mesn up, man, cause that shit is sick, right? Period. I bumped the fuck out of that in my motherfucking ride. You know, like I said, y'all about had that motherfucker in rotation a week before it dropped, cause I was like, yeah. Damn, this shit's good. And I was like, oh wait, babe, this CD don't drop for a week, does it? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh shit, let me go fix this rotation real quick before these songs start popping up. Because that's what would have happened, y'all. Just random Mesn. People would have been like, who the fuck is that? It wouldn't, like, I ain't never heard this track. Damn right you ain't. Because ain't nobody got it. So for real, like I said, we just waiting for Mesn, fucking around, you know what I'm saying? But all I know is, bitch, I ain't stressing. He'll call. Right now though, bitch, I ain't stressing. By Mesn. Check it out. Check it. We at the No Fucks Given Hour having a technical difficulty. So that's what's up. We're gonna have to do a restart. Because life's a bitch like that. So we'll be right back with Mesn, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, enjoy this fucking mix. Because listen, I know it's good. Here's a little project ended fucking born. Because we got them motherfuckers coming up in 2 days. Yeah. But for the meantime, check this shit out. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Hell yeah. Project Enemy #1. That's Project Born up in this bitch. Like I said, we're going to have them not tomorrow, but the next day. Much love to Chris Boat, man. Y'all the fucking shit up in there. I've been bumping that fucking album as well. Y'all giving me too much motherfucking music to bump. Glad I gotta be my wife's chauffeur or I wouldn't have fucking time for it. I swear to God. That's what's up. But you know what? Right now, Look at Me, But Don't Watch by Mesn featuring... Wait, what? Featuring who? Featuring Sun? Oh, man, fuck. I hope I got that right, Mesn. If I didn't, my apologies. You can tell me to fuck off here in a minute because we about got these technical difficulties wrapped up. I figured out what was going on. We gonna have that motherfucker live on the air. But for right now, look at me, but don't watch. Yo, check it. We have one more technical difficulty. For some reason, I can't find like the first 5 minutes of this interview. My apologies, Mesn. But what we're going to go into is what motivated Mesn as far as with Osiris and the fact that he got a little more personal and a bit more into Matthew than Mesn in this particular CD. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to let Mesn take this shit off the top. Yeah.
I kind of, not just like I felt like I had writer's block, but it was like I just had no motivation. I had no motivation to do anything, you know. It finally came to that last month where it was like, fuck, dude, you got 20 days to have this project done, you know, and that's why, like, you hear a lot, like how you said about, you know, my friend passing away and things like that. A lot of the situations and moments in that CD that I speak about were very recent, you know, within the last month.
Oh, yeah, man, like, well, and I just got done playing Look at Me, But Don't Watch, right? So, man, and listening to that track, what inspires you to write something like that, man? Because just the way you put it, it's like, I want you to look at me, but don't fucking watch. Like, what?
You know, I'm gonna, dude, the thing was like, like I said, I was at a point where I just didn't have the motivation. I felt like the things that I were writing wasn't tight, like, it was just getting really, I don't know, it was getting hard for me to do anything. So when I had brought the guy, my friend Son, who's featured on the track with me, he came over and we were working, you know, we put on the beat and we were vibing, and I was like, I told him, you know, we're sitting there and I'm like, let's get our verses down, let's write it. And he's sitting there and he started writing his verse. And I can hear him. We're sitting, I have all my microphone and stuff set up in my closet. So we're sitting in there and I can hear him. And he starts writing this shit and he's like, look at me but don't watch. Look at me but don't watch. I swear to God, I got so much flavor, I should just wear a clock. And I was like, wait, what did you just say? What did you just say right there? And then I was like, you got to bring that back. And like from that moment, I was like, that's the hook. That will be the hook right there. Like, that's perfect. And then after we did that, I threw in the better call a doctor, or whatever the fuck I said about being ill. You better call the doc. I swear to God, I'm so damn ill, you better call the doc. Yeah. I came in with that, and then from that point on, it was just like, and it was perfect, because the thing about Son is, like, I feel like he's really, compared to, like, he's super mainstream, and he's more what the people want nowadays and things like that, and, like, the punchlines, the metaphors. Like I said, when he came up with the, I swear to God, I got so much flavor, I should just wear a clock, I was like, fuck, that's it, that's perfect. And now that we're on that subject, like, even with the Bitch I Ain't Stressing song, I told him, I was like, I need a hook. Like, I need a hook right now. Like, when you listen to the song, like, I'm pretty sure everyone knows that's not me on the hook. I told Son, I was like, I need a hook. Like, I can't think of nothing. And again, we're just sitting there. It's crazy how it just comes to this kid's head. Like it's fucking nothing. It's so easy to, I ain't stressing. Bitch, I ain't stressing. If you could phone home, then anyone got good reception. And I was like, fuck, that's beautiful. Like, that's perfect. We're using that. That's it. And it's just, honestly, like, it wasn't even, it's like we didn't even plan it. It was never intended. It was just, he came out and he said something so dope. And I was just like, that's it. That's it. We're doing that. And then once we recorded it, once we laid it all down, I told him, I was like, this is going to be my first single. This will be the first single. Like, this shit is tight right here.
Oh, dude, look, that fucking, if he can phone home, anybody got good reception, that shit killed me, dog, the first time I heard it. I about fucking fell over laughing. Holy shit.
And see, that's like, that, me personally, like, that is my favorite song on the entire album. Like, I feel like not only is it the most relatable track, like, I kind of feel like that's going to be the track that people vibe out to the most, that you could just kind of sit back, chill, and smoke to, and kind of reminisce about your own problems, your own life, whatever you're going on in your relationship, you know what I'm saying? But it was meant, like really the way that I took it was, like, during the time, like, I was going through my own relationship problems, and it's like, I'm constantly hitting this girl up, constantly, but she don't hit me back until she wants something, until she needs something. So, like, the way that I approached the song was like, fuck it, like, anybody could get the message. Like, if you ain't hitting me back, I received the message. I got good reception. I understand what you're trying to say. You know, if you teach to receive the message and got good reception, anybody got, I understand. I'm not dumb, you know, so that's the way that I approached that song. And I just really feel it, like, it came out good. A lot of people feel that track too. I honestly think it's going to be, like, the most favorite track on that song that people like.
Oh, hell
yeah. On that album, actually, my guy.
All I got to say on that, Mesn, is for real. Fuck bitches. Get promo.
I don't even love these hoes.
Hey, we're back. No fucks given hour. Yeah, still with Mesn. Check it. Look, all I want to say is, like, I've heard this whole fucking album, right? This motherfucker shouldn't have to fuck nobody to promote this album, because this album is sick. This motherfucker should sell itself, Mesn. I just want to let you know. Like, if you shouldn't have to put your dick in nobody. Now, if you want to put your dick in somebody for promo and shit, that's all on you, right? But it is not necessary. I promise.
Word, I appreciate the love. I really appreciate that.
Get all the good loving you want.
Oh, hell no, dog. When it comes to Rob Sick, dog, we over here at No Fucks Given got bad love. I ain't seen one motherfucker over there that made me go, what the fuck is wrong with you, Static? Why'd you sign them?
Yeah, and you know, like I had mentioned in the last interview, you know, when I had came and talked to you guys, you know, being so new to the label, I had really had, at the time, really had only got to know Static and Lex, you know, and now, you know, now that I've been a part of the Rhyme Sick family for a little while and been able to get to meet everybody, like, I completely agree. Like, there's just, the roster that we have is just unbelievable. Like, sometimes, like, it's like, I always say, like, you never have to be concerned about one-upping somebody else. You always have to be concerned about one-upping yourself. But with the label, you know, you got like Doc Shoes, you know, Fade, fucking even, you know, Misbehave. Like when it comes to another female being on the label like that, like, you know, especially when with Jam and things like that, they both seeing like it's a lot of competition for everybody, not just us, but for everybody, vice versa. You know, if we're competition for them, they're just as much competition. Like, and that's what I love the most about the label. Like, just everybody keeps a fire lit under everybody's ass. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. I love it.
Oh, hell yeah, dog, hell yeah. And that's always good. If you can get a group of collected people that they more light a fire under one another's ass as opposed to tearing each other down, which in my opinion is what I've seen a lot of in the underground scene, man. I mean, as far as...
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, I've always said, like, you when I first got, like, when I first started doing this, and then, like, when I got down with Del Visey, my buddy had told me, like, if you surround yourself with a bunch of people that are soft as baby shit, you're going to be as soft as baby shit, you know? You got to surround yourself with people that have the ambition and have that flame under their ass and want to work and want to move and shit like that, you know?
Hell yeah, dog. Well, I'll tell you, like I said, with this new CD, dude, you've definitely done some shit. Because, I mean, I'd heard what you've done with Monster City and Jim, and I'm a fan of all that as well. You know what I'm saying? But you as a solo artist with this new CD, dude, it impressed me. I didn't know what to expect because I honestly hadn't heard any of your solo shit. I just heard what you've done with Jim with Monster City. But damn, dog, I mean, really, it's fucking impressive.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And see, the thing is like with this project, like it being especially like my first Rhyme 6 solo, like I had to make sure that I was gonna approach it as like I really, at the beginning of the CD, the first half of the CD, like, you got a lot of features on it. It's like the first half of the CD, everybody's featured on it. But, like, the last half of the CD, I really tried to cut out as many features as I could. And, like, I felt bad because there was artists from the label that I wanted on it that it was just, like I had gotten so much shit talked to about my previous albums that I didn't want to have, like, any other artist, because it was like, well, all you do is just get people to feature on your shit and blah blah blah. So it's like people really look down on that. Like, you can't write 3 verses yourself. That's kind of booty, you know. So with this one, I really tried to make it feel like a solo album, you know.
Man, see, and I agree with you on that though. So, like, you had a lot of people talking shit about you on that though, just because like they thought you couldn't write 3 verses just because you had people featured. I don't get that.
Yeah.
That's, man. In my opinion, and look, that's just people, like, let's just ask, was that mainly other artists telling you that, or was that fucking, like, fans and shit?
No, it was other artists. And that's the thing. Like, of course, you're gonna hear that coming from the other artists. Whether I mean, especially, you know, the way that I look at it is when other artists are looking at you as competition, there's always going to be one thing that they critique and not a positive way. You know what I'm saying? There's only going to be one thing that they have to say. So, like with my previous projects, that was it. It was like, oh, it was dope, it was tight, it was this, but it wasn't a Mesn project. You know, like, it wasn't Mesn. You had Mesn in this school, Mesn in that school, Mesn in this school. You know, it wasn't a Mesn project. So with this one, I was like, all right, cool. We'll make this a Mesn project, you know. And like I was saying, like, really, I tried to take it and, you know, I tried to throw more of Matthew into the album than I tried to throw Mesn into the album, you know.
Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah. Like I said, that's what I feel with you, with this, specifically this album, man. You put yourself in it. And I appreciate that from any artist. Any artist that can take and, like, put a piece of themselves in their music. I think that's what makes a great musician. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do that, you're probably never going to be a great musician. You know? And I definitely see that from you in this shit. Right? But I'm done riding your nuts, Mesn. You hear me? I'm done riding your nuts. There's been enough nut riding from Factor. Right? We're just going to start fucking around, getting into some weird shit. I don't even care no more. Right? So we're just going to flip this shit way crazy around. And I want to know, because I'm pretty sure we didn't get into this with Monster City. What is your opinion, Mesn, when it comes to the paranormal and the arcane?
Shit, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. Like, I looked a lot into it. Like, I used to watch, like, a lot of, like, fucking, you know, like, paranormal fucking, like, you see the tables moving and shit like that. I used to be, like, super deep into, like, the Indigo Children, fucking watch videos on them foods and shit, but, like, I don't know, it's so, like, there's something, like, especially nowadays, like, you watch these videos and you see these things, and nowadays, like, even the things that you see, you can't believe. You know what I'm saying? It's almost to the point where we're at the day and the age where literally what you see with your eyes, not even through a video camera or on a computer screen, literally with your own eyes, you almost can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've looked into fucking, since I was a kid, looked into things like Project Bluebeam and holograms and things like that, and like, you really start looking into things like that, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, a lot of the things that you start thinking about, like, I got to the point where I was afraid to even go outside because of watching shit like that, and I didn't want to leave my house and shit, and I had to stop. But like, it's crazy because it's so hard. Like, I'm to the point where like I felt like I didn't know what to believe. Like, I should just be like the Loch Ness monster. Fuck it, if I want to believe it, I'm believing it because nobody's ever gonna know whether it's real or not. You know, so it's like just believing it and fucking die happy. You know, because I went through so much shit. Like, even with ghosts and paranormal things like that, and I'm like, a part of me always felt like it was real, but then a part of me was like, well, what if it was just like some Paranormal Activity 4 shit, and they just fucking filmed it and then photoshopped it and video fucking shopped it or whatever and fucking did all that. Like, look at for example, like the biggest thing that had ever happened, and then the little baby who got swooped up by an eagle, and then come to find out it was all fucking just video work, you know. And you see things like that, and like I said, especially computer videos and things like that, we're at a day and age where you really can't believe what you see, you know. It kind of fucking sucks because you don't know what to believe anymore nowadays.
Oh, man, I fully agree with you on that. So, have you never had any personal experiences with such?
You know what? Actually, we were talking about that the other night. Like, here at my mom's house, there's a door, and it's right. It leads from my living room and then into the back, into the guest room. And seriously, like, we're in the room the other night. I'm sitting in the room, and we're just chilling, and all of a sudden the door opens out of nowhere. And we thought it was like, you know, maybe my daughter or the dog or something. Well, when I had looked, the door that leads into the guest room, because you got to go through one door that has like the kitchen, the bathroom sink and all that shit, and then you walk into this next door, which will be the guest room. So there's like a little section in between the two rooms. Well, when I walked into the section where the sink was, the first door was still closed. So I was like, well, who came in and opened the second door? Nobody could have opened the second door. So I was like, well, maybe it was the wind or maybe it was some shit like that. But we do always have, like, that door always fucking opens by itself like that, always. And it's always made me question, like, what the fuck is that? I don't like this shit.
That's a little fucking trippy, Mesn, for real.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, like, my mom, like, my mom always says, she's like, it's grandpa. It's her dad, she says, because, like, for real, even before I came and started staying with my mom, her friend Phyllis that was staying here, everybody would just, like, we kind of blow it off, brush it off our shoulders and shit, but even Phyllis was like, I was sitting in here one night, and that door just opened all by itself. And I'm like, nah, something's up with that shit.
See, that's fucking nutty. So now, you said you watched a lot of shit like that, though, you know what I'm saying, as far as into going in depths with all kinds of different conspiracy theories and things on, you know, whether we're a hologram and all those. I mean, because fuck, conspiracy theories run abound in this fucking world, right? Mainly because, like you said, we're at a point in society where we can't even believe what we see in front of our eyes half the time because it could be bullshit. I mean, you can go see Tupac perform live, and that motherfucker is dead, period, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I totally understand that. But have you ever, like, I'm curious, have you ever fucking played with anything like a Ouija board or anything like that to that effect?
I was going to say, like, I'll tell you right now, I do believe in that shit enough to not fuck with one of those.
So have you ever, like, I mean, because you say you've got that door moving at your mom's house. Have you ever tried to make a recording there or anything?
You know, like, honestly, we do have a video camera. I just never really fucking, like, left it sitting there all night, like, on some Paranormal Activity type shit. I never just left it sitting up or something all night. And really, when it happens and we do catch it, it's, like, just so spur of the moment. Like, we'll be sitting there just watching TV or laying there or something, and boom, it'll just open. But you know what? That's a good idea. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to leave my camera out and start seeing if that shit opens up in the middle of the night by itself and shit.
Now, real quick, Mesn, don't take my advice and just go do that, because listen, somebody thought it was a good idea to make a white noise recording at my house, and I don't think it was. I really don't think it was a good idea to make a white noise recording at my house, and there are reasons for that we won't go into, that I have in past interviews. If anybody wants to go fucking research it that's listening, whatever, you know. But I do think when you're fucking with things like that, dude, in whether it's video, audio, you have to be careful how you do it. Now, in a situation like you're talking, though, dude, if it's just a door moving and your mom's saying it's your grandpa, I don't think it's anything you'd have to worry about as far as opening any other doors farther that you don't want to open, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why he thought that was a fucking good idea, though, dude, but he really did. And we did. And now my wife won't walk around in my fucking house anytime it's dark because it scares the shit out of her.
Yeah, I bet. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And you gotta think, like, especially, like, and then not just, you know, out here where I'm at, like, everywhere, you know, buildings and fucking houses, complexes, everywhere you're at, everywhere you go, they're so old and have so much history, like, you gotta think, like, even if it's not that building that you're in right now, or the home that you're in right now, or the business you're in right now, the building before that, or the place before that, somebody died in there. Yeah. Somebody probably died in there. People probably died around that area or some shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, even if it, like you said, even the building hasn't existed, fucking somebody could have died on that piece of ground that building was built on. So yeah, I fully agree with you on that, man. Totally.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I need my notebook. Mesn. I ain't even gonna fucking probably use it for this interview because I think most of the questions on it I've asked you previously. So I'm just gonna.
I was gonna say, like, really, I like it. Like, even last time, like, fuck a book. We just bring it around here.
Oh, dude, fucking half the time, are you serious? You can hear this noise. That's my notebook landing because I just threw it backwards because I don't give a fuck.
No fucks given.
Like, yeah, I don't need this goddamn thing. Who cares, right? So, hey, let's go back to a bit of music tip, right? I'm curious, like, you've hooked up with Rhymesick. How long have you been with Rhymesick now?
Since September of 2015 was when I signed with Rhymesick.
All right. So you hooked up with them. So it's been about, 8 months? Yeah. Right around there?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Before you were with Rhymesick, man, like, when they came to you, what was your initial opinion?
Well, see, I had been working with my homies TME at the time. And we were really, like, we were just doing our own thing. We just picked up on merch, like, we were getting good shows. We were building a good fan base. Like, we were doing our thing. We had really been working. Even before TME, when I was working with their advisory, like, I've always been putting in that work. But the thing was when you got to the point where I was ready to sign, like, I wanted to sign with somebody, you know, and I had to look for the labels that were approachable, that were actually reachable, you know, something that I can actually contain. The thing was I looked at it, I told my friend Soa, I'm like, wow, I have the probability of me signing with a label like Rhymesick compared to signing with a label like Strange by tomorrow, there's a way bigger chance of that happening. So it was like I have to start looking at the local labels that are making moves, you know, and I looked at labels like LSP and Slow Pain and of course Rhymesick, like any labels that really had made a difference or make moves out here. You know, you think of people like, and I don't really know if Welcome to the Dope Game is a movement or a label or what, but you think of movements like that, you know, Fresh Breath Committee, you think of Top Flight, you know, people like that. You see people like that who are making moves, and you got to think, like, who am I going to approach? And really, like, I had seen Static doing shit for a long time. Like I told you guys in the previous interview, I had heard through Rhymesick, I heard about Rhymesick through Doc Seuss, and he was in the same battle league as me. Now the thing was I'm not even gonna lie, like what I seen that Doc Seuss was going on tour and shit like this. So I'm like, wow, what the fuck? Like, I've been doing this since I was 16, and I still haven't went on tour. Like, this fool's been on tour, you know. So I'm like, Static and Lex are doing something. They're making moves. They're doing something apparently I ain't doing. So I definitely had my focus on them. Like, I was like, these guys, I like this. I like seeing what they were doing. And then one night I went to perform at the Roxy, and me and Scylla had performed that night, and I had went back to the merch table, and Lex had approached me and told me that, you know, she liked my performance, she thought I was dope, and that I should hook up with some of her artists. You know, Biscuit was there that night, and I got the chance to meet him. And like I told you guys in the last interview, that's when I noticed Doc Seuss's shirt on the table. And I'm like, oh, I know this is my boy. And she's like, yeah, that's my artist. So I'm like, oh, fuck, you know, put two and two together. And then once I just started, like, really comparing labels and looking at everybody and matching the offers and deals that I was getting, like, Rhymesick was my choice. Like, it felt the most comfortable, it felt the most, like, home. Like, they, even now, like, with the whole project and shit, like, the creative control that the artists are allowed to have, like, you know, it's like really they don't want no creative control. They don't want to tell you what to do with your creativity, and that's what I love the most. You know, I don't really have Lex and Static breathing down my neck 24/7 trying to be my parents. Like, they kind of just let us do what we do and kind of trust in us that we're not gonna fucking make the label look bad. You know what I'm saying? And like, I definitely. I'm more of a worker. Like, I like to be a chief more than I like to be an Indian. Who doesn't? But the thing is like, I had to learn how to put myself on the back burner. I had to learn and honestly, I enjoy it. Like, to the point where it's like, I'm just an artist. I do have somebody like Lex and Static where I could say, hey, you know, can you help me with this? Or, hey, I need this done. Do you think you can help me? Or how would I approach doing this? You know, I have somebody like that now. So it's kind of cool, but it's still, I try to work hard, and with that being said, like, when you're working hard and you're trying to represent something that isn't yours, a business that ain't yours, you got to know how to represent yourself in the right way. Because when I leave or when I go to a show and I'm not with Static and Lex, I still represent Static and Lex, you know, so I need to know how to represent the business and all that shit in a positive way, not fucking shit up.
Hell yeah, dog. I totally fucking get you on that, man. Like, and I definitely got my dogs barking. Yo, we're back. No fucks given hour. That's what's up. Why you hating, man? Why you hating? Everybody be hating on no factory. I know everybody be hating on Mesn, but fuck it. We don't give a fuck, do we, Mesn?
Nah, that's why I fucked that bitch, bro.
Yeah, that's right. That's what's up. No fucks given. I love it. Right? But we're back. We got that bit of technical difficulty fucking dealt with. I'm off fucking script, because fuck a script, right? Who gives a shit? So we're just gonna dive into some other weird shit, right? We got this political motherfucking shit coming up, presidential election, right? We got it down to pretty much 3 motherfuckers. What's your opinion of them, dog?
Man, you remember what I said last time? You remember what we said last time when I was on here with you guys and what I said?
Oh God, Mesn. You know how many people I interview? Don't make me do that.
Dude, not just that. Like, I was gonna say, not only that, like, you know how many blunts it's been since then? I know how that goes. Well, remember last time I had said, I was like, the thing, I told you guys, I was like, mark my words right here, Hillary Clinton will be the president.
Yeah.
He's going to be the president. Now, after going through that and, you know, going back and looking back at what we said at that day, I want to ask you, what do you think now? You see how everything is going. What do you think? Who do you think is going to be president?
Man, I am honestly to the point where I don't think it matters. But who do I sincerely think will win? I don't think Trump's going to win. So, based on that, I mean...
I really think Bernie's got a good chance.
I really think, I agree with the wife, man. I think Bernie's got a really good chance.
Not that I think any of them will do any bit of difference, but...
And see, the thing is like, I was just saying, you know, I always say, like, I think I even said this last time, that's what they want. You know, Bernie won't get picked because he is who the people want, period. That's who they want. Like this guy's pulling bigger crowds than Hillary Clinton. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's pulling fucking thousands and thousands of people, you know, and the thing is like, that this is who the people want, and this is why he won't get picked. Bernie is like, let's just kind of put this fool in the forefront and like show a lot of face, and this was good this was good that, so we don't see the dumb stupid shit Hillary and Donald Trump are doing, you know what I'm saying? And then that's the thing, like I said, the thing is with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, like, it's already been in the works. They've had the president picked out since Obama was elected in 2008. So they're like, well, here's one piece of shit in this hand, you know, you got Donald Trump, here's this piece of shit, and then here's Hillary Clinton, you got this piece of shit. They look at Trump and they're like, well, that's a bigger piece of shit, so that one's probably a lot harder to clean up. Let's just go with this one. It's a lot smaller and prettier.
You know, you just made an episode of South Park pop up in my head, right?
Which one? Because it's been a long time since I've watched that shit.
The fucking, God, I don't remember the voting between a piece of shit or a giant douche.
Oh, the turd sandwich and the douche. I seen that one.
There you go.
And see, that's the thing. Like, just like I said, even now, as we sit here, like, I really still believe Hillary's going to win. I really think she's going to win and be president, and I won't be surprised if that's the case. Like, it's going to suck. What sucks is that it's like you got your two choices, Hillary and Trump, because I really don't think Bernie's going to win. Honestly, I really don't see it happening. But the thing is, you know, you got your two choices, and like out of them two, like I really think it's going to be Either way, you don't want either one of them to be the president. Like, they're both gonna fuck shit up, but I think Hillary's gonna take it.
Man, but I do think Hillary would probably fuck it up less than Trump would.
Man, I don't even know. The thing is what I can respect Trump for is whether he's saying what he's reading and what he's told to say or what's on the script or whatever. This man is going out here saying shit that the people are offended by. You know, fuck Mexicans. You know, all this shit. He's going out here saying all this shit. Hillary Clinton is a liar. She hides. You know, she's already been caught and in trouble for lying, deleting messages, and blah, 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 and, like, all this fucking shit. Like, if anybody is, like, all these people get considered being terrorists doing that types of shit and things like that, and, you know, fucking people go, you draft dodgers do time in prison for not wanting to go to war, but this bitch could sit here and literally, like, lie and hide and deceive our country and shit like that, and not only does she not receive any kind of jail time or punishment, she gets elected as fucking president. Can you believe that? America, bro.
Man, look. This country amazes me based on the fact that, look, and I'm going to catch heat for this goddamn statement right now, but no fucks given. We want to sit and call ourselves the greatest country in the world, right? Why in the fuck are we at the level we are educationally being? You know what I'm saying? We should be first in math, first in fucking the language, first in all the... We ain't first in none of that shit, Mesn.
Well, yeah, you see, like they say, like, English is the hardest language to learn and blah, 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 and all this shit, like... you know, the thing is, to me, like, I honestly feel the only answer to that is stop paying fucking football players $80,000 and give that to our teachers. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is when you're getting paid a shitty-ass salary, like, how many people literally take their job seriously? When you're working at McDonald's, that's why so many people are fucking up your order, because they don't take that shit seriously. Some 16-year-old little kid getting paid $9.50 an hour, you know, they don't give a fuck. And that's the thing, like, these teachers, we got our children's educations, our children's futures in the hands of these teachers, and the way they look at it, I mean, I don't know if you guys heard it, but when I was a kid, I used to hear teachers tell other kids, I don't have time to babysit you. I don't get paid enough to babysit you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Well,
like, actually, we're here to teach, and, like, our education should be a lot more important to not just to the teachers, but to the people that are paying the teachers, you know, the schools and the school boards and the people that are running the cities and things like that. Like, they need to be more concerned about shit like that, because it is the teachers and these kids that are in school are the future, you know. They are going to be the ones running this shit, and when everybody is all old and in fucking wheelchairs and diapers and these kids are the ones running our shit, they're going to regret it.
Oh, yeah, man. I fully agree with you on that. Like, that's like the fact that, one of the things that offends me, as far as on that note, is the fact that, like, we pay for stadiums for fucking, like, NFL or fucking NBA teams or whatever, and they're threatening to move. Oh, we're gonna leave states if you don't build us a new stadium. So they build a fucking multi-million-dollar fucking stadium for this fucking team because they don't want them to leave the state, but they're not concerned about the fucking teachers in the state. So yeah, dude, I totally get where the fuck you're coming with that shit.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like, that's the main thing where all lies is how brainwashed America is, because they wouldn't put so much attention and so much money and shit into the NFL and things like that if we didn't put so much attention and so much money into the NFL. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking things like that. Like, they know that our dumbasses are going to go buy Peyton Manning's jersey just because he signed with the Broncos this year. A fucking million jerseys right there. Boom. Like, they already know. Like, they know that everybody's paying for this dumb shit, and they love it, and they eat it, and they feed into that shit, and, like, they know. So what they do is they fucking keep things like that alive, and instead of worrying about important shit, they know they can make money off of sports, you know, fucking violent movies, fucking drugs and gun music and shit like that. They know, you know, they take advantage of that shit.
Oh, God, dude. You know, you're bringing a fucking line from the owner of your labels, right to my head, dude. Fucking, what is it? Fuck, man, Static, I'm sorry, I can't remember this. Fucking shit, what is it? Knock, 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 but you don't, do you? Yeah. Trying to get it through, though. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, is it on the...
It's on a lot of normal.
I'm trying to think. I know, but is it I Ain't Got No Hood, or is it, I can't remember if that's I Ain't Got No Hood, or if it's...
It's No Hood.
Yeah, see, like, I'll tell you right now, because the thing was with my new project, like, Jam's album and Static's album, had a big influence on mine. Especially being, like, at the time, like, I was surrounded a lot by those albums. Statics had just came out, and I was working on Jams, you know, and I got, being on the label, like, I got a copy of Static Shit before Static Shit was even being promoted and it was ready to drop. Like, I heard it on the way to Wyoming when I was going to sign with them. Like, I was bumping that shit in the car with them, and, like, his album and Jams, like, they super influenced me, like, to tell a story about me. That's what Static super influenced me on. To actually let people know who I was, you know, to tell a story about my life and kind of let the people relate to me. Not Mesn, but Matthew. And then, like, Jen, like, honestly, like, even, like, I had just left, me and my baby's mom had just separated. So listening to Jen's album, mixing her shit, like, it was really sad, and, you know, a lot of breakup songs and, like, love songs and shit like that. So, like, that's where a lot of that influenced me to kind of be a little bit more lovey on my CD. You know, there really wasn't too many love songs, but, like, you hear P.S. I Love You when I, like, talk about my mom and my daughter and things like that. Like, I just wanted to kind of spread the love, whether it was, like, an actual relationship or just to my mom and my daughter, you know? Like, I wanted to show some love, too, you know, that I could have a soft side and shit like that. And the soft side is where Jen had an influence. You hear songs like Man of the Year, Why You Hatin', you know, things like that, and that's just Mesn. You know, Bitch I'm Raw, that's just Mesn being Mesn. But the songs that you could really, when you hear them, you know when they have a story and a meaning behind it. You know when you hear it.
Hell yeah, dog. Because for real, look, a story and music should go hand in hand by Mesn. We'll be right back, folks. Hey, we're back. No fucks given our unknown factor. Sorry, we was chit-chatting about some other shit, me and Mesn, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. That's what I do. I'm telling you, y'all miss some shit. Well, them songs are playing, you don't even know. We ain't even getting into that shit. No fucks given. I don't know, maybe I will. You had to have BBS about that shit, though. Oh, you know BBS, man? The Body Bag Syndicate?
Yes, I do. Shout out to BBS. I do know them. They will actually be out there with us tomorrow night in Alcova.
Hell yeah. Tell them motherfuckers Factor said what's up, dog, because that's what's up. And tell them if they want to arrange that fucking boxing match, I'm down. Because, listen,
NFGR versus
guarantee that motherfucker don't want no part of me, right? And I'll make that, look, I ain't even going to say no goddamn names because NFGR don't give a fuck. That's what's up. But if Body Bag Syndicate wants to line that shit up, promo the fuck out of it, and get that little bitch, snake ass, cock smoking motherfucker to accept to get in the ring with Factor with 8-ounce gloves. Because you understand? Because if me and you are getting in the ring, there ain't gonna be no goddamn full-size fucking bitch ass boxing gloves. You're gonna beagle my fist, break your fucking jaw, like you said you were gonna mine, like you text my wife, you little goddamn fucking candy bar, bitch ass motherfucker, right? But it ain't about that. It's about Mesn. It's about Osiris. It's about the god of the motherfucking underground tonight. No fucks given radio. That's what's up. Sorry, dog. I just had to vent a little. Shit.
Nah, you're all good, bro. I understand. I know exactly how that is. I know what you're talking about, but fuck him. Fuck him, bro.
Oh, you don't... See, you probably know who I'm talking about if I gave you a name. But like I said, no names will be spoken on air because you're insignificant. Your name is not worth mentioning. That's why you are where you are, and I stand alone, NFGR, with no one else but my wife. And anyone down to ride. Yeah. You know, fuck them. What can you do? Alright, but let's cut back to this interview. This motherfucker's throwing my shit off, dog. Pissing me off. Fucking.
I think it's odd he decided to text you when he knows we're going on air.
I think that's why. See, look, Mesn, I think this motherfucker is intentionally sending me messages right before I go off air, trying to throw a motherfucker off and shit. You ever have somebody do some shit like that to you, dog? Like, they know you're about to go hit the stage or go do some shit, and so they instantly walk up to you and throw some bullshit right in your face, trying to throw you off.
You want to know something funny? I don't think it's on some fucked up shit, like on some like. Now here's the thing, it's on some I'm gonna get you fucked up, but like it's never been like I want this food. Well, it sounds funny. It sounds how do you say? The fuck is Starburst? What do they call Starburst? Contradicting. That's what that's the only way I can remember is Starburst. Fucking while Travis Troll from the Roxy every time that we perform or every time I go down there, I'm 23 years old. I'm 23, so I am of age, but sometimes I don't always have my ID on me. And even when I don't have my ID on me, if Travis sees me and we're going and he sees me, he's like, give this kid a wristband. He always gets me fucked up. He always gets me fucked up before we go on stage. Like, he'll always get me drunk. Like, I remember the first time ever it happened, and he was like, I was performing with Solar that night, and he was like, come take a shot with me, come take a shot with me. And he was like, I need 2 big ones and 1 small one. And I'm like, cool, that small one must be for me, because I'm 103 pounds, you know? So, fuck, yeah, no, it wasn't. The small one was for Trav. And that's cool, that's understandable, because not only is he buying people drinks, people are buying this man drinks all night, too. So he has to drink the small one. But I'm like, fuck, I gotta drink this big one? I gotta take this big shot? And I took the shot, and I'm like, fuck, I can't perform. Like, I can't do this. And I promise you, every time I see Travis, if I see him at the Roxy, he's always like, come on, we're taking a shot. And I'm like, fuck.
Ooh.
Shit. And yeah, you know, I feel that Travis is one of those, I'm gonna get this kid fucked up before he goes on stage, guys.
Man, I will say that's one thing I honestly don't think I could get really drunk and then go perform. I don't know, and it's because, dude, look, when it comes to alcohol, I'm fucking 240, but you could probably outdrink me, Mesn. I shit you not, right? But I don't give a fuck the fact that you're from Colorado. I could at least keep up with you smoking. I guarantee that.
See, and the thing is like, I would have to say, I don't, like, for drinking, like, I took 1 shot of Fireball last night. We were at the Roxy. I took 1 shot. I was pretty lit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I was pretty fucking lit off that 1 shot. All I needed was 1 more, and I'd have been drunk. I would have been faded and spinning, but I'd have been drunk. I'd have been like, them 2 shots would have been cool for the night. I'd have been good. Because I'm not a big drinker. I don't really drink too much, so it doesn't take me anything to get drunk at all. Like, seriously, I could take 1 shot and be like, yeah, I'm good. But smoking, like, as I'm sitting here talking with you guys right now, I seriously just smoked a blunt to the head pretty much. And, like, I feel like I don't know. Smoking is different. Like, I had to substitute cigarettes with weed when I quit. So it's like, I just smoked and smoked and smoked. And that's like, I don't even know if I get high anymore.
Oh, see, that makes me, I gotta ask now, right? Because I like to ask this question, though. And based on where you is, this question gets an addendum, right? I gotta know, what is your favorite method of smoking? And dude, if it's dabs, that's cool. What was it before then?
Yeah, see, I'm definitely a dab person. I love to take dabs. That is probably now my preferred way, but I'm a blunt person. Like, I like to smoke blunts. Like, I remember the first time that I ever, don't tell my mom, I hope my mom ain't listening. The first time I ever rolled a blunt, I was 11, you know, and like ever since then, like, blunts were just my favorite fucking thing ever. I love blunts, and you know, it's not good. Like, I quit smoking cigarettes to not smoke tobacco and shit like that, and just to pick up blunts, and there's still tobacco and dumb shit like that, but you give me a Swisher and some weed and I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? That's all I need.
Oh, well,
but you know what, I'm not even gonna lie. I do like bongs. Bongs are fucking, they're just beautiful. I love them. They don't hurt, they're nice. You get a good ice catcher, you know what I'm saying? Maybe something with like a fucking, what are them things called now? Like a percolator? Like, get like a fucking percolator bong and shit like that. These bongs nowadays are fucking, I love them.
Dude, some of the bongs they make nowadays, I look at them and I'm like, look, I don't even know if I'd want to smoke out of that because I'm afraid I'd break it. Oh yeah, and I know, God, the pieces you see down in Colorado, dude, are probably fucking ridiculous, are they not?
Yeah, and I was going to say, like, it's to the point where out here, like, if we want to take a bong and turn it into a rig, or take a rig and turn it into a bong, or do this and do that, like, there's so many pieces and add-ons and little fucking things that you could do and add to your bongs and rigs and pipes now and shit. It's like, there's so many different ways to smoke and get a high out here. It's crazy. You know, we were just, I've seen it, and I've seen people use it, and I've seen it on Facebook, but just recently, like, I picked up some of that oil shit that, like, it's in a syringe, and, like, a lot of people do designs on their blunts with it and shit like that, but I got some of it so we could squeeze it inside of our blunt smoking. I'll tell you right now, like I said, it takes a lot for me to get high. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not even trying to, like, brag or nothing. I smoke a lot of weed, but that shit got me fucked up. I'm not gonna lie, when I smoked that it got me pretty fucked up.
Hell yeah, dog. Yeah, dude, I see people, like, putting crazy fucking designs, too, with that shit. Like, it is insane.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll
I
tell
was
you.
gonna say, like, you see fucking dinosaurs and elephant heads and shit. Like, how do you even do that?
I don't know, dude. That shit is ridiculous. All I know, though, correct me if I'm wrong. So you got that Prozac show coming up. When is it?
Tomorrow, and then we're gonna do the Denver on, I think it's the 9th. If I'm not mistaken, June 9th. We're gonna be doing the Prozac show out here in Denver as well. Like a little release party for the album as well out here in Denver.
Hell yeah, dog. That's what's up. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, though. Right after that, you're gonna be on that motherfucking all out of normal tour, Act 1, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some shows in between there. We're not taking off till, I believe, July 21st will be the day we officially take off and start doing shows and hit the road. So I'm pretty sure there'll be a few more shows in between there within the next couple months, or within actually just this month and, the beginning of July, I guess, for a little bit that we'll do. But really, we're just trying to focus on that. We're getting ready to hit the road. This will be our first tour, so...
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I know, look, I don't know where as far as on that tour, but I know at some point during that tour, Mesn, you're going to see my fucking ass. I promise you, because we're going to get out to one of them bitches, right? I'm going to get that motherfucker on Rhyme Sick on video. Fuck this fucking audio shit, man. I want y'all fucking, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. I'm trying to hook that shit up crazy.
We appreciate that.
And me and you,
we appreciate that.
If that's your preferred smoking method, as far as that blunt, oh, I'm a fan as well, Mesn. I really am. And my wife, for some reason, is not. But I'll tell you what, we'll definitely step aside and blaze one at some point for motherfucking certain, man. I need some.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'll definitely have weed, but I won't have any weed, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get you. Sorry. That took me a brief second. Man, this conversation like happening is like annoying the fuck out of me, Mesn,
okay.
For real. It really is. Like,
it's okay.
Oh.
You let me handle YouTube.
I'm gonna let the wife and your handle that shit, because that's why I got her, dog. Because I'm the host and an MC. I certainly ain't a motherfucking DJ. I'll tell you all that much. That's why we got so many motherfucking technical difficulties on the No Fucks Given Hour. You know, I'm just here to be crazy. But aren't we all Mesn?
Cool.
Fuck yeah, dog. Let me see. Now I'm trying to think, Mesn. So you got that coming up. I gotta figure out where you guys are close. So you got those tour, and your CD drops tomorrow, man. Can I put that in rotation tonight? Can I, Mesn?
Yeah, honestly, I would love for you to put that in rotation. I'm definitely about that. I would love for that. I would. As far as I know, hard copy should be in. Like, I'm not too sure. I haven't got the message on it yet. No confirmation, so don't take my word for it. But I know that the hard copy should be at the show tomorrow night. We should be selling them, pushing them, and everything should be ready to go. And definitely, I know that when I meet up with you, I definitely got a copy with your name on it.
Oh, hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah. Oh, that's dope. I gotta fucking bring the copy. I got a Statics, too. Like, I'm gonna fucking just end up going and being like, what Rhyme Sick don't I have? I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, we'll definitely have a full laid out merch table. Like, Static always makes sure it has every album, every artist, we always make sure we got a full complete table set up. And so I'm pretty sure that, I'm 100% sure once we get out there, we'll have our table set up and more than enough to, give to the people and whatever they need. We got it.
Hell yeah. And look, if y'all get to any of those shows, for real, I'm telling you right now, you need to pick up Mesn's new CD, and you need to pick up that fucking All Out of Normal Act 1, because I have bumped the shit out of those two CDs for the last week. I think the only other thing I've listened to is the fucking Project Born CDs that fucking Chris sent me, and my shit.
A little bit of Morbid.
Oh, and a little bit of Morbid. Yeah, I bumped some Morbid. That's true, yeah. Chop chop. I do love that shit. What are you gonna do? But yeah, y'all need, if you get into any of them tours, pick this shit up. Because this motherfucker with this CD has came, like, I don't know, did you come?
A little bit. Like, I'll tell you right now, there was definitely, like, 3 or 4 times where I had to change my panties in the booth. At least three or 4.
Panties?
Yeah. Did I say that? Did I say panties? I didn't mean that.
So, Man, my wife wants to know. Look, you got my wife so hype over this album, dude. Her question, when you gonna get another one?
Honestly, like, as soon as, like, so when I first thought of my first solo project, Osiris was the first one that came to my head. And then I came up with this other project. I'm not going to say nothing, no names on it, but I had another project. And I came up with the cover, I had everything, the whole idea for it, you know. And then I was like, this is it. This is the one I'm doing. I'm doing this one. Well, for the time and the date, you know, Lex and Static were like, well, we want a June project. And I was like, well, I want to do 6/6/16 then. And then with that being the date, I was like, well, I got to go back to Osiris. I got to go back to my original plan. This is the one that I'm going to go with because it fits so perfect with the fucking date. And then just I knew that it was meant to be. It was almost like God put it that way and made it that way because the way that the album is together, that's why, you know, Osiris, I had to go back to that project. And the thing was I already have my new project named. I already have, you know, no track list or nothing for it, but I do have songs made. Like, it's in the works right now. Like, it's ready to be, like, it's going. The only thing that is not ready or anything is a date. Like, really, the main focus right now, I'm just working on that because I have the time to. But the main focus right now is the Monster City project. Now that me and Jim have done 2 solo projects, this next project we're going to do will be a Monster City project. And the thing is these were just mixtapes. You know, these projects we just did that. We didn't have, like, original beats, you know, nothing like that. We had just picked some shit off the internet, scooped them off of YouTube, things like that, and we showed people what we could do. Now with this project, me and Jen are going to get together and we're going to bring our 2 styles together and have nothing but original beats, all original concepts, like everything like that. So we could, you know, we're going to show people, not only, you know, that's the thing, we wanted to show people what we were about separately and kind of give people a taste of Jem and Mesn separately and then kind of give them the anticipation to say, well, what the fuck do they sound like together? You know, and you know, that's the thing. We've done tracks, we've done work like that, we've done, you know, a lot of songs, even on Jem's previous project. Like, we had done a lot of songs, we've done a lot of work together, but this time we're going to sit down and put our heads together for this project. You know, really, I didn't have no say or no ideas, and really, like, I mixed and mastered, and, you know, like, when it came to effects and, you know, some echoes here and fucking doodads there, like, I'd put in my input. But it was Jen's project, it was her shit, what she wanted. Same way, she didn't really have no input or nothing on my project. So with this project, I'm really excited to get to work on this group project because we're finally going to be able to sit down and work together and put our heads into it together. And I'm excited to see how this one comes out, honestly.
Ooh, hell yeah, man. Me too, for that matter. Now, I'm curious, have you guys named that CD yet?
That's the thing, like, I was just talking with Static about it, and you know, usually I'm like, that's the main thing for me is, like, I want to have the concept, I want to have the title of the CD, like, I always have that all thought of, and honestly, like, as excited as I am about this album, I just haven't really thought of it. Like, to me, this one has to be perfect, you know, like, we're focusing on end of the year date. That's what we're focusing on, maybe holiday. And that's what we're shooting for. But the thing is like, I want this, especially since it's going to be a full, complete, original album, I want this to be perfect, like, just perfect, you know what I'm saying? So I want the concept of the album, I want the whole story and theme and plot to it to be perfect. I need the title to be perfect. Like, it has to be me and Jim, you know, like this. It's I don't know. I want to put, like, the thing is like I said, I didn't put no time into this project. Like, I put maybe like a month's worth of time into this project that I just did. So to see what I could do within this month, I'm excited to see what's going to happen when I sit down and actually take my fucking time, you know?
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up. Now, I just got to say, though, going back to this project real quick, and that whole, you know, you said you just pull beats off the internet. I gotta say fuck you a little bit, Mesn, alright? Because, like, just a little bit. And my wife giggles because she knows exactly the track and the moment I'm referring to. You got a fucking track where it's like, beat drop, beat drop.
You know, and I'm trying to think.
Or no, beat
it's
plug.
probably one of them
Beat
slow
plug.
tracks. Oh yeah, the beat plug. That's Bitch I Ain't Stressing. And see, like, that's why you hear a lot of the songs like that, where the tags are still in them and shit like that, because I ain't going and, you know, paying leases or doing anything like that. And the thing is like, you know, we're listening to it, we hear it, and I hear a lot of different opinions. Some are like, oh, well, it sounds professional. It sounds like you got a good producer to be on your track and shit like that. And, you know, a lot of people are like, man, that shit is... And I'm like, keep that DJ shit off my shit, you know? I'm like, keep your fucking name and your tag off my shit. I don't like that. But the thing is like, with these ones, like I said, this wasn't something that I was, especially beat-wise, like, since it was all so fast and so spontaneous for me, I didn't really want to take too much money out of my pocket and put it into beats and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, with everything that I have been going on through in my personal life, it had really pushed me back from working on this project. That's why from fucking, I can't really blame my computer I mean, that is a good reason, but the thing is like, I slacked a lot. Like, a lot of my personal life held me back from working on the project and shit like that. So, I mean, it's like, I didn't have not only the time, but it's like that really, honestly, like, it's like, I kind of just felt like, I didn't give a fuck. Like, if there was tags and shit and I didn't have time to invest and buy beats, like, I was just like, to the point, like I had told you, you know, the album almost got pushed. It almost got pushed back. We were days into the turning date, the day of the date, and it's like, how are we gonna get your shit? Shit got fucked up so bad, we almost pushed the album back. And the thing was, you know, with a lot of I cared at that moment. Like, the day that my album was turned in, done, and completed, that had been the happiest I had been in a very long time. So the thing was it was like, before all that, like, I didn't care. Like, literally, I didn't give a fuck. Like, whether the project, like, it was almost like if it didn't get done, then it didn't get done. Like, with my friend passing and just personal life relationship bullshit, fucking at home still being with my mom bullshit. Like, I don't know, it just shit got so fucked up. Like, I was just like, fuck it, fuck everything. You know, and then it got to the point where it's like, I can't, like I said, like I had just said, when you're representing somebody else, how the fuck are you gonna let them down? How are you gonna shit on their name and shit on their reputation? Like, I have to work. I have to hold my own, and I have to pull my own weight. Not just for Static and Lex, not just for everybody on the label, but for myself. Like, I have to do what I gotta do. Whether bullshit happens, life happens, you know, and that's definitely one thing that this situation and this project and everything has taught me, that no matter what, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep moving. You cannot stop. You know, you gotta keep pushing, and you can't. There's no matter what, there's people looking at you, watching you, seeing what you're doing, and whether they look up to you or not, they're sitting there like, you know, I'm seeing what this guy's doing. I'm seeing what he's doing, you know, and especially like Lex and them, it's like, you get in what you put in, so you gotta work, you know, and then not just that, I got a 2-year-old daughter, you know, she's looking, she's watching, it's like, how can I let her watch me kind of just like, fuck this, fuck that, I really don't care, like, no, you can't be like that, you know, and that was the thing, like, it was just, shit had gone crazy for a second.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I totally feel that. Now, real quick, though, man, I wasn't trying, that beat plug, that was just there in the beat initially. I thought that was some shit you threw in.
No, see, the thing was the beat plug is actually the guy who produced the track. And I really just had, like, I go on YouTube a lot, and I check out a lot of different beats, and like, you'll hear in one of the songs, like, there, it says like Danny something on one of the tracks. I believe it's number 5 on 5:57 a.m. There's a tag in that one as well, and the guy who produced the beat is Danny EB, and you know, they always throw their tags in and shit like that, and that's the thing, that's the way they're doing it, so people ain't stealing their shit. But that's the thing, like that, well, I mean, I guess I kind of stole their shit. I just download all my beats off YouTube, and then I just use them, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is like, it's not like I find ways to remove the tag, like, in some of the beats, like, that's definitely impossible. Like, I'm pretty sure there's some beats where you can remove the tags and just remove some of the bars here and replace them with other bars, but the thing is most of those beats, so you can't untag those beats, they're always tagged, so they usually do that to keep people from using their beats, you know, and then that's the thing, like, I don't think that they really care if you know, you're using their beats or not, as long as they're still tagged. But the thing is, you know, we don't give a fuck. We give no fucks around here, so.
Say, I hope they don't, because I just got a fucking track back from my producer a few days ago that's got a beat tag in it, fucking like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So yeah, because that's where I get most of my beats, dog. It's fucking just straight up YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to, real quick as a side note, say, if you got the balls to call my wife a bitch, be aware the next time I see you, motherfucker, you're going to end up in the motherfucking needing stitches. You know what I'm saying? But that's a different note altogether, right? So let's cut back to this interview. My bad, Mesn. I hope you're listening, though, bitch. Yeah. You know, there's a reason that's my human side, dog. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker is just trying to throw me off like a motherfucker, Mesn. Yeah, but for real, dude, when I initially heard that, I thought that was some shit, especially based on the fact that it said beat plug like it did. I thought that was some shit that you threw in there, because so many rappers nowadays use some shit that's got the DJ plugs in it like that, and I thought you were trying to play off that initially. So I took that totally the wrong way.
You know, I had a whole idea, like, I kind of wanted to do a project where it was like, even if not a whole project, like, just a track where it was like, you got these artists and they put these DJs on their mixtapes, and, you know, really, like, to me, like, you get all these people like, DJ drama on the track, you know, DJ this, DJ that, all over the fucking beat, and, you know, you hear that all on these people's mixtapes, and, like, I wanted to do a track where it's just, like, you know, dude's about to cut in, even like a skit or something, maybe, it'd be funny, and, like, dude's about to cut in, he's about to rap, and, you know, DJ just like, this is DJ, fuck yours, tracked up, or some shit, you know, it's like, what the fuck? Hey, why'd you cut in and just say that shit out of nowhere? Like, why would you do that? I'm trying to get in, I'm in the booth, I'm trying to get in my zone, you want to drop a fucking DJ and let me fuck your shit up all of a sudden. And for real, because that's what they might as well do. Like, you're right in the middle of the fucking verse, they want to drop a DJ drama on the beat. You know, like, what the fuck, what'd you do? I don't understand that shit. But see, the thing is like, really, like, I understand that the DJ is where the mixtape came from. Like, that's where the mixtape, the whole mixtape concept, the word mixtape, having a mixtape, the DJ started that shit, you know? So I can understand paying respect and paying homage to the DJ and letting them be on your fucking mixtape, letting them host your mixtape. But don't let them fuck your tracks up. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Let them do the intro to your song. Let them do the outro. Let them do a bridge on your track, you know what I'm saying? But don't let them fuck your verse up or something. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, dude, I fully agree. I mean, if you can work it in there to where it doesn't fuck up the track and you can just give the motherfucker some props for doing what he's done for you, yeah, that's totally cool. But I mean, if it's some shit where it's fucking your flow up, yeah, no, that's a terrible fucking idea all around, right? So that makes me curious.
Yeah, because I hear a lot of mixtapes like that that's just like, what the fuck?
So now that makes me curious, right? And I think me, you, and Jim got into this question. I'm not quite positive. I'm not sure, I'll be real honest, but I think a lot of what's caused that, dog, is the fact that social media has made it to where there are a lot more people doing music, period, not just rap. I mean, just music, period. Everybody says just rappers, but it's fucking music all the way around, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what it's made it to where people want to protect their shit more as far as putting those tags in there. What's your opinion of that, dude, as far as just the whole that's had, as far as just social media creating so much more music and it causing that? And do you think it's been a good or a bad thing overall?
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's like I've always had people tell me, always since I first started, like, get your shit copyright, like, make sure it's copywritten, and, like, fucking make sure you always go and get that copyright logo on it and things like that. Like, I always heard people say that, and the thing is like, I never did. Like, I never really went in. Like, the way that I looked at it is my Pro Tools is my copyright logo. I have that my date automatically is stamped right there on the fucking Pro Tools file. You know, the PTX file is automatically dated as soon as I save it. Shit like that. But the thing is like, it's true. Like, you never know who's going to steal your shit or steal your music. But like you said, it's so oversaturated. Who really worries about that at this point? You know, that was like back in the day when Lars Ulrich and Metallica were bitching about Rhapsody and RapidShare and all these websites that are stealing their music, and, you know, we need to get paid, or we need some type of fucking royalty payment for this, and that. And then look, you have people like Lil Wayne who were pretty much like, well, shit, if people are gonna steal my music, I might as well just give it away for free, you know? Like, what's the whole point of sitting here bitching? And like people like Wayne changed that whole fucking thing. He changed the game. Look at before, people were bitching about people stealing their music on the internet and illegally downloading it, and then Wayne gives out all these free mixtapes, and then in 2008, still sells 1 million in 1 week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way that you got to do it, and the way that you learn how to market yourself. You know, you gotta. It's just, I don't know. I never really been too worried about people stealing my shit, because in the hip hop scene, especially, like, I would hope that it's super frowned upon to steal somebody else's shit, you know. But nowadays, you get people like Drake and people who have ghostwriters or literally steal lyrics from other artists and use them, and the people don't frown upon that. You know, they don't frown upon these types of things. Like, honestly, when Drake took the verse for that one song with YG, that Who Do You Love track, and Drake pretty much stole a whole verse from this old school cat. Like, I didn't frown upon it, you know. Like, honestly, maybe that old school cat was like, damn, Drake just gave my verse and made a whole new generation still love my music, you know. Like, that's absolutely dope. He still brought life to my music to a whole new generation. Like, some people, it's just perspective, you know. Some people do look and frown upon that shit. Like, here's the thing, like, even with like Look at Me But Don't Watch, like, people hear my voice on the hook. I'll admit, I didn't write that hook. I didn't come up with that hook. And the thing is like, even if my friend Stone wrote a verse for me, like on one of my mixtapes that I did, on the last mixtape I had done with my friend Phila, on the very last track, on my verse, my friend Stone wrote that verse. I just rapped it. And see, the thing is the difference between me and other rappers who do, I don't have a ghostwriter, and I don't. It was that one verse that Stone wrote. But if somebody wrote a verse and wanted me to spit it and it was tight, I would. And I would not have a problem admitting it, because I know that I myself can write a dope 16, period. Nobody can never not say that. But the thing is that's why it's frowned upon, because these people have ghostwriters and they don't want to admit it. They can't admit that wasn't them that didn't write that shit, you know. But look, you have people that say Drake don't write his shit, and then you have people that say fucking Puff Daddy came out and was like, oh, he wrote verses for me, and he admits that shit. But I guess I'm totally off topic with the question. My answer to that question is fucking, I don't really think, like, at this point, like, I don't know. I personally, I don't feel people should worry about that. If you're in the hip-hop scene anyway, I don't think people should worry about them stealing your music. The difference with us, though, is, like, Jen does sing, and Jen does have, like, it's not just always hip-hop tracks. We don't just always have, like, a hip-hop raw, let me fucking rock out party or, you know, beat somebody up to this track. Like, Jen always, you know, she could do some, like, R&B type music, some pop type music, you know, where you get songs from, like, Beyonce and Justin Bieber and, you know, that Megan Taylor chick, you know, people, or Trainer or whatever the fuck her name is. You get songs from people like that. That's the music that people are, that is the music that people will steal, you know. So it is probably best to get that music copywritten and things like that, because those are I mean, you know, everybody's illegally downloading hip hop. Everybody's buying Justin Bieber's fucking iTunes album, you know. And that's the thing, because mostly hip hop people, you know, we're buying, you know, if you got like Scum's new album is on iTunes, you know, a lot of the times, like, you get I bet you, you know, like, just for like Bieber, you got girls that actually, no dudes are buying shit on iTunes. Dudes and males don't. I mean, I personally don't. I can't say that. Maybe guys do, but I don't. I don't know any males that fucking purchase tracks on iTunes, but bitches do all day, every day. Girls do all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? They love to buy iTunes stuff. You know, so that's the thing. Like, when you got people like Justin Bieber and people like that, and people that girls love, they're on their iTunes spending their money on that shit, you know? And that, like I said, those are the songs, and that's the type of music you do want to get copywritten and things like that, because out here, like, I mean, I don't know. For one, like I said, I hope people would frown upon the fact that somebody stole somebody else's music, and then two, like, it's just like there's so much of it, so it's so oversaturated. Like, I don't really have time to steal someone else's music. I'll just make my own and continue to oversaturate the game.
I agree, Mesn. And look, I'm fucking new as shit, so I'm one of them new assholes that just popped out of nowhere, you know, because I recorded my first track 6 months ago, and did my first show right around the same time, actually, opening for Static and Psycho and Same Poetry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of those motherfuckers who just popped out of nowhere and started oversaturating the shit too. But fuck it. I say let's oversaturate and see if we can saturate it so much that it pops and only the good ones survive.
And see, that's the thing. Like I definitely don't. I don't like you know, with you being new and things like that. Whoever is new, like I've always thought, like even when I did graffiti, like when there's new cats that come in, you don't ever like hate on them, or like how we just said, like people will continue to oversaturate it. That's something that's always going to happen. And the thing is, like you just got to respect that, because you get to the point where it's like, if I can't beat them, I might as well join them. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt. Like I remember when I first started, like when I very first started doing this shit, like my first 2 projects were like, fuck you, I'm better than you, and you can't say nothing about it. And it was like, wait, you can't keep making music like that. You gotta stop. You gotta stop saying that. You gotta have a story or something. And I kind of feel like when artists first come out, like I honestly feel that everybody does it. And the thing is it's like you kind of have to. You gotta kind of have to come and say, like, look, if I'm not better than you, I'm just as fucking good as you, and you're not gonna, you know, there's nothing you're gonna do to say or that's gonna make anything that, you know, that's different about this, especially the way that I feel about it, you know. And that's what you gotta respect the most about any new artist, you know. Just like you said, when somebody comes out there and puts themselves out on the table like that, whether it's literally their real life or whether it's just their artwork and their story and the concept they came up with, you gotta respect that they came and put that out on the table. You know, that's art. You know, that's the way that I look at it. Is, to me, like as starting off as a graffiti artist, this music shit, it's really, I look at it as art. You know, when I see people like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and I see their music videos and shit like that, these people ain't musicians. They're artists. They're literally fucking artists. Like, it's so deep. Like the way that hip hop and music is now, it's like it's so deep. You know.
Hell yeah, dog. I fully agree with that. And but I'm curious, man, you say as far as the art of storytelling, and then, like I said, most rappers just initially come out going, you know, I'm fucking better than you, blah, 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 blah. I can say, honestly, I haven't made a track like that, have I?
No.
Okay, I have not yet recorded a track like that.
And nobody's in a basement.
Now, I do have a track that's in the process of being written that I haven't yet chose a beat to, that I wouldn't necessarily say is like that as far as just me saying I'm better, but here, Mesn, let's see just how far I can get into it, and we'll see what you think, right? It's fuck a line, fuck a click, thought I was done with this high school shit, but all these other rappers just want a bitch. Shit, I can't remember the rest because I'm in the middle of writing a lot of shit.
See, like for example, like it kind of like it really like it kind of just hearing them few bars, them first couple bars. Like the thing was like, well, like for example, like why you hating? For example, like that's exactly kind of like the concept of that song. You know, like it was really to say like we're better than you. You know, like what the fuck? You know, like why do you want to hate on us? Like. And like that's why, like I really love Static's verse on that track. Like Static really came hard on that track. But the thing was it was like the like I said, it's just one of those tracks. Like even Man of the Year was just pretty much like I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? Like especially like I wanted to take that track, even with Miss Me with that bullshit when we did that song. It's really more like we're going to take a mainstream song, we're going to take a trap song and an anthem type song, and we're going to do it, and we're going to show you that we could do it better than you. And then that's why we did Miss Me with that bullshit, because every trap song, every beat, every type of fucking song like that is bullshit. It's just bullshit, you know? So it was like, not only were we fucking making that style of song better than you, we were clowning on you, like, miss me with this bullshit, you know? And that's the thing, like, even with Man of the Year, like, I wanted to approach it the same way. I wanted to have that same anthem style, like, almost like fucking just real hype live. You could perform at a show, everybody could get down to at a party. But the thing was it was like, I'm better than you. I'm gonna do this better than you. I'm the Man of the Year. Like, this is, you know, like, and that was the thing, like, especially with I was just telling Jem, I just told her, this, everybody always says it, everybody always says, this is our year. This is my year. This will be the year we blow up. No, you don't do that. You don't do that, love. Sorry, I'm talking to my daughter right now. Sorry.
You're good.
Stop. No. Come on. No. Take him to grandmother.
Got to deal with your kids,
take him
you
to
know.
grandma. Hold on just real quick. Hold on.
Oh, you good? Look, Mesn's got to take a brief moment, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to take one moment real quickly as well by Mesn. We'll be right back. Yo, we're back. One moment. I took enough. Right up. We're back with Mesn. I'm the Unknown Factor. This is the No Fucks Given Hour. What's going on, y'all? I hope you're enjoying the interview. We're going to get into a bit more shit, but me and Mesn, we're getting to a little something. I want to dig into his mind a little bit more about that, man. He said, just the things you'd had to deal with in this industry, because you've been in it since you were 16, so that puts you in it 7 years, right?
Yep.
All right. So you signed to Rhyme Sig, like we established earlier, 8 months ago. And how many other labels did you have come to you before that?
Like before, when I first started, I signed. Like when I first ever started, like when I took this music shit, I started doing it when I was 16, and we kind of quit. We didn't really do it. It was just me and my homie doing music and blah blah blah. Then back when I was 18, like I was like, yeah, music, fucking rap, this and that. And I went and met this dude who was running his own little label, or at least I thought it was like pretty legit. Like honestly, at that point, it was like anybody that could put my voice over a beat, I was about to take that opportunity. It didn't matter what your equipment was. It didn't matter how good your quality was. As long as you could put my voice over that beat, I would have signed. Like it didn't matter who it was. So I took that opportunity and I signed, and I say opportunity, but there's no opportunity. Like everybody that was on that label with me, like my brother Andrew and my brother Marcus and everybody that was on that label, like I still talk to them and have mad love for them. But like the owner of that label, the label itself, like it's bullshit. It's a booty ass label. I should have never did it. And then I stopped and started doing it all by myself. Now at Ill Advisory, really wasn't a label. It was just a group. It was a group thing. We all moved together. We all worked together. It was tight. So like after that label, I was just on my own for a long, long time. And it was because of that last label, that first label that I was on, it was because of that why I didn't want to be on a label. Why I was like, fuck this is stupid. I'll never be on a label and blah, blah, blah. But once I had the thing was once labels didn't approach me. I had to approach a lot of labels. The only label that really had approached me and was like, we would consider signing you, we would have signed you, we wanted to sign you, was Slow Pain. Like that was the only label that it came at me and was like, we would have signed you, you're dope. No other labels came at me, because even Rhyme Sick didn't come at me and say we want to sign you. The roster was full, actually. They had a full roster. They weren't trying to sign nobody. I had met Lex and she was like, let's work, let's do some projects. And I hit Lex up and I said my exact words were like, look, I like Dragon Ball Z and I love kitty cats. Like, when do I get a sign? Those were my exact words to her. So, like, instantly from that moment, like, she was like, fuck, like, we gotta sign these kids, like, we have to sign them. She talked to Static about us. She showed Static our music, and, even Static said at first, like, they're a little on the mainstream side and things like that, and, they had gotten the chance to see us perform and things like that. Initially, it was supposed to be me and Scylla. Initially, Monster City was supposed to be me and Scylla. And we had, Scylla decided to sign with Slow Pain instead. So I was like, cool, do your thing, I'm not mad at you. He went to sign with Slow Pain, so I picked up Jen. And I'm like, Jen, look, let's do this. Because the night me and Scylla had went to go talk to Lex about signing, Lex's exact words were, yeah, like, we're down to sign you guys. Does that girl come with you guys, though? Like, if we sign you, does she come with you guys, too? And we're like, shit, like, that really wasn't the initial plan, to be honest. The whole initial plan, that was not it. It was supposed to be me and Scylla. Scylla got picked up by Slow Pain, decided to go with Slow Pain, and I was like, cool, do your own thing, much respect to Scylla and Slow Pain especially, like, much love to them. And the thing is me and Jen had picked up that opportunity with Rhyme Sick, and we're like, we're going to be Monster City. This is how we're going to do it. And, like I said, they had already wanted Jam. They wanted Jam. Like, they had already asked us from the get when we spoke about signing, and then the night that I went to sign, the night that I had went to Wyoming to sign with them, they seen Jen perform, and Lex came up and told me, like, you need to talk to her, we need to get her to have a meeting with us tonight, we got to sign her. So So we just had taken that opportunity, picked up Jen, and just the train kept moving. And like honestly, like that's the best move and decision that I had ever made. Like out of all, like whether it was being with Rhymesick, picking Jen, like all that had been the best decision I had made for my music in a long time. And like I said, I didn't trust nobody. Like everybody since that first label, everybody was shiesty in my eyes. So like it had taken me a long time to even want to approach being on a label because I was too afraid to trust anybody. And the thing was like, you know, Jem especially, like I'm so glad that I picked her because no matter what, Jem has always been there. Like she's always stood at by my side. Like when we first started working together, me and Jem got in a big ass argument, like huge ass argument one time. And like we're both assholes, like we're both very dominant people. And I'm not nice when I say shit, and neither is she. And like I told her, like I'm like, if you're not gonna do shit, you're a waste of talent. You're just a waste of fucking talent. And she got mad. Like it hurt her feelings. So one, she's a girl. Like I understand that girls get emotional, but like it was a compliment. I was saying like you're just wasting your talent if you ain't doing nothing. You know, that's all I was saying. But I said it in a very mean way. Like it's not the message you send, it's the way you send that message. Well, like we've even had conversations like that, and like where it was like, fuck you, I'll never fucking work with you again, you're a bitch, you know, we just go back and forth. And she's always stuck with me no matter what has happened. Jen has, through thick and thin, that girl has always worked with me and stuck with me. So picking her was the best decision I've ever made because since day one, that girl has always been down to ride, you know. And the thing was you know, when people first start, when we all first start, not everybody really has the work ethic and the ambition and the motivation to do it, you know. When Jen signed, when we picked up Jen, I have never seen that girl work harder in my life. I've never seen so much progression, you know, not just from her, but from any artist in my life. Like, that girl really started taking this shit seriously. And that's the thing, like, as far as a team member goes and a teammate, like, Jen was definitely the best one to pick. And as far as labels go and, like, who approached me or who I approached, like, Rhymesick was definitely the best one, so...
Yeah, dog, I really, like I said earlier, I really think you got with a really good team when you got with them. But that makes me have another question come to mind. Let's say, like, some fucking executive from Sony or, you know, fucking corporation or record label A or B, or, you know, one of them big fuck companies, right? Walked up to you and Jim and was like, well, I take that back. Let's just make it you, because Jim's not here to answer this question, so I won't do that to you, Jim. Walks up to you and is like, listen, we want to sign you. We want to fucking pay you an exorbitant amount of money. Like, an amount of money that you don't even find feasible. You know what I'm saying? But we are going to write everything you ever say publicly, period. Like, fucking on a video, on an announcement, in your music, everything. It will not be yours. It is ours. But we want your flow and your look, right? Would you do it?
Shit, like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, I came in this to really, like, when I picked Rhymesick, I picked the label that wasn't where I could be comfortable not being underground, you know, because the thing was a lot of the meaning behind this project was that not only am I the god of the underground, but I gotta break through the surface. Which is why I had to take a mainstream aspect on a lot of the songs and hit a mainstream feel to show, like, I'm about to break through and even hit the mainstream side of things, you know, because that's, for me, that's what I want. Like, when I first started doing this, not even music, like, when I first was a kid and you asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? I would say Michael Jackson. I want to be Michael Jackson. I didn't want to be a firefighter. I didn't want to be a fucking astronaut. I didn't want to be a cop. I wanted to be Michael Jackson. That's what I wanted to fucking be, and that's what my mind was set on being. So, like, always I've had, it was really being an entertainer, not a musician, you know? And that's the thing, like, fuck, I got super sidetracked on that question.
Oh, no, as far as if you would have accepted that, dog.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. I definitely would, honestly, like, I'm trying to be the, like, you know, I'm really trying to do whatever it takes to be the best. I want to be number one. I want to be you know, what people would say, like, you know, people consider people like Kendrick Lamar right now to be the best, or J. Cole, or people like that. I want to be that one day. I want to be the best. I want to be what people see and what people hear. You know, you see people like that, and you see what they're doing and what they're saying and things like that, and sometimes you gotta wonder, like, do they have their own creative control? Are they saying their own messages and writing their own music? You know, people like Kendrick Lamar and shit. But, you know, it's so big and so corrupt in those companies and in places like that. You never know. Like, you never know who's writing what. Like, I've always said, like I was just saying the other day to somebody, like, nobody picks their singles. Like, you think Lil Wayne picks his singles? Like, no, it's 12 old white people get in the room and they all listen to his songs and they pick which songs are going to be on his album and picks which songs are going to be on the radio and all that shit. Wayne don't get to pick that shit. There's no creative control, or, you know, all that they get. You don't get to pick what you wear. You don't get to pick what you, like, just like you said, you know. And that's the thing. Like, and for some people, if you wanna be that, like, that's what you gotta do. And, like, honestly, like, I'm not even gonna front. Like, I probably would, because that's my intention. Like, I'm trying to be that. I want to be mainstream. You know what I'm saying? I want to be big. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be the VMAs. I want to be at the Grammys and shit like that. Like. Honestly, the way that I look at it, whether you're mainstream or not, what artist doesn't want that?
True, but my main question is, dog, is would you do it knowing that the product you were putting forth wasn't you and wasn't yours, and you were representing something that you were ostensibly just being paid money to, but you may disagree with, may wholeheartedly fucking hate? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't know what they're going to put in front of you after you get that contract and sign it.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. You know, that's very true. Like, my dad's even asked me that. He's like, you know, when the big label approaches you, you realize that you're no longer, like, you do what they want. You do what they tell you. You do what they say and how they want it and what they want when they want it, shit like that. And, like, that's the thing. Like, that, it's true. Like, I am afraid of, you know what, like, you see a lot of things where you wonder, like, why the fuck, like, Lil Wayne in his cheetah pants, or, like, you know, you see Young Thug and a lot of his publicity stunts and wearing dresses, and, like, sometimes you don't know if it's them or if it's, like, they have to do shit. Like I don't get it. Sometimes I just don't understand it. But I guess really to just put an answer to the question, like, yeah, I mean, I guess, fuck yeah, I would. Like, I'd be like, yep, where do I sign up? I mean, depending on how much you're going to pay me, you know what I'm saying? It all just has to depend. Like, if you're going to pay me enough to where I could buy off a home, if I could buy a home and be set for the rest, like, at least knowing that my daughter can have a home to live in when I die, like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Because that's my intention. Like, my intention is to be able to take care of my family. And, like, and again, whose intention as a rapper isn't that? To be able to make music and successfully take care of their family. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, like, before I had dropped an album that was about me, like, this is, like I said, this is the first project that was about me. Before that, like, I had just rapped about shit that I liked or shit that I thought was cool and, you know, things like that. Like, I never really, like, I've never been a thug or a gangster or killed nobody or, you know, did mad drugs. Or, like, a lot of things that I rap about is just fictional shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, like I said in the last interview, rapping was really my way to escape reality. Like, Mesn and Matthew are two totally different people, which why in this project I try to give more Matthew. I wanted the listeners to actually get to know Matthew. Like, fuck Mesn. Like, everybody thinks that they know me just because they've heard Mesn. Everybody thinks that they know about me or know my life because they see Mesn, or they go to shows and see Mesn, or they see Mesn's Facebook posts and shit. No, you don't know Matthew. You don't know me. You just know Mesn. And Mesn, like, Mesn, for me, like, I don't know. For some rappers and for some people, they do put their real life, and this is real life shit. But for me, this is entertainment. You know, just like I said about the Michael Jackson thing, it's about being the best entertainer. And entertainment is not always telling your real life and real stories and shit like that. Like, look at ICP. You know, all the shit they rap about, if they rapped about it, would they be out rapping? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they really did that shit, would they be out rapping? Like, come on, like, it's entertainment, you know? For some people, it is their way to escape from reality and not have to be, I could be totally something, and that's the thing. Like I could be Mesn, and I don't have to be me. If I don't want you to know me, and if I don't want you to know Matthew, you won't know Matthew. You'll just know Mesn, you know?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I totally get you on that. And I honestly make it probably... Well, I don't know. My wife would say that Factor is just really my personal personality turned up. Like, a a hair, which is bad that it's just turned up a hair, but and there's some truth to that, because I don't know, I have some fucked up morals. But as far as what you said about ICP, man, I agree in that. As far as him telling stories like that, but I think Violent J said it best. What is it? I did kill you right here in my rhymes. I don't remember what track that is, or when the fuck it was done, because I've heard way too much ICP in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of it. But yeah, and as far as telling stories like that, I get you. And a lot of motherfuckers I don't think you have to stay in your real life, dude. It's just to be able to tell a story from a personal aspect. It doesn't have to be a story that you personally had any kind of like you actually partook in. You know what I'm saying? That's like I said, the track that I just got back from my producer. There's a lot of little things in there that are pieces of me and that I agree with. But look, I'm not a fucking alien going around doing what the fuck I'm talking about doing in that track, because I'm not an alien for starts.
You are.
Yeah. Well, according to my wife, I am an alien, Mesn, so there's that, right? But that's like I say with your new shit, dog. Like, as far as what you did, man, especially after, you know, hearing everything from Monster City and then interviewing you and Jim, like I did, and then I put that CD in and I heard Osiris, and dude, you fucking peeled my wig back a little bit with that first track. I mean, that's the first thing you did. You know, right off the bat.
The thing was like, I had, especially with the first track, like, I thought about it a lot, too. Like, the thing was I was telling Static when we spoke about it, the thing that disappointed me about the album was, and which is honestly, like, nothing really disappointed me about it, but if there is something that did, it was that the fact that I picked Osiris and, like, the whole Egyptian god theme and, like, the whole Egyptian theme period, and really didn't approach any of that, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, the whole meaning of the Osiris thing was the basic concept of it was the god of the underground. Like, I was like, that's fucking sick. Like, that's just dope. I like that, period. And then, like, I don't believe in the devil. Like, I'm not a devil worshiper, but if it's upside down crosses, if it's the devil, if it's shit, like, I'm like, fuck yeah, that's tight. Hell, Satan, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I like that shit. So, I was like, that's dope. Like, I gotta take that. I like that right there. You know, like I said, with the whole 6/6/16 date, like, that's what fit into it. And, like, really, the meaning of the CD was, like I said, not only to kind of, I'm not saying that, like, because I know I'm not the god of the underground, like, period. Like, there's so many, like, you know, you think of people like, even, like, especially in my city, like, you think of people like Scum and more people like that, like, people in the underground who have really fucking built a name and a fucking fan base and have reached fucking thousands and shit like that. But, like, I liked that. I wanted to state, like, that's what I am, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, really, the meaning of the CD was, I wanted to give a little bit of my real life. Like, I wanted people to be able to relate to Matthew. I wanted people to know what went on in my day and what was going on in my life. And during that time, for me to write and think that something sounded good or was tight, like, it was to get those things off my chest, the things that I was going through and the bullshit that I was going through and shit like that. A lot of the songs, like Man of the Year and, like, Why You Hatin', and a lot of the songs that really didn't seem too depressed or, like, about my life, they were actually made, like, far back, like December, November area, you know. And those songs were like, I wasn't all that sad and depressed during that time. And then, like, I went through this whole little phase where, like, I was just like, fuck everything. Like, I didn't want to leave my room. I didn't want to get out of bed. And, like, I put a lot of my feelings and a lot of that real life emotion and stress onto that paper into my project. So this one was a lot different. Like, and then when I did the Osiris song, like, I just said, like, I gotta find a way to hook them in, to grab them in. And the thing was with the whole, you know, having it sounded like a therapist or like somebody, a doctor, somebody that I'm going to speak to and talk to about my problems. Like, I kind of wanted to keep feeding that on through the rest of the album, kind of like as if maybe I was talking to Osiris, my other personality or something. But it felt a little like, you know, I really honestly, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I got the whole idea and concept from Tyler the Creator. You know, his whole album was based like that too, and that's why I didn't keep approaching it, because it would have just been too much like Tyler the Creator, because that's what he did. So, like, really, I just wanted to, like, lock him in. I wanted to kind of, like, let him know, like, and start it off, and then, like, I didn't want it to be too sad and too depressing, which is why when I jumped into the next track, which is Bitch I'm Raw, and just kind of like let him have it. Like, I wanted to say, like, this is me, this is Matthew, this is what I've been going through, welcome to my life, you know. And then with that next track, like, that's where I wanted to hook him in. Like, not only can I tell you a story, but I could lyrically fucking abuse this beat and shit like that, you know. So like, it was just, I really tried to, especially with all my projects, like, I try to approach every topic, every style. Like, I want something you could party to, I want something you could cry to, I want something you could kill somebody to, I want something you could fucking take a ride to the mountains to. I don't, you know, just something. Like, I always want a topic or a concept or something for everybody to enjoy, you know.
Hell yeah, dude, and I feel you on that. And that's like, I think you had a good balance of that on your CD. Now, I will say, you keep saying Man of the Year. I know for a fact that's track 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I know that's track 7 because I didn't get 2 particular tracks when I got this CD. That's track 1, your intro, and then track 7, Man of the Year. So I actually have not heard that track yet.
Hey, Static messed up.
I didn't give him no shit about it, though. It's okay.
Mad love to Static.
Yeah, mad love to Static. It don't matter, right? So I actually...
Busy peeps.
Yeah. Fucking for real. Busy motherfuckers. What you gonna do? You know,
So I gotta give them shit.
Totally respect that. So, but yeah, as far as just the flow going through it, man, how you did have a good, like, taking it from, you know, real emotional to, you know, just to the Bitch I'm Raw. Like, God, dude, how long did it take you to put those tracks in the order you wanted them? Or did you write those tracks knowing where they were going to go? I'm curious.
No, like, honestly, like, I'm not even gonna lie. What I do is I literally just, like, I'll write down the numbers, whatever, how many tracks I want on my CD. I'll write down the numbers, and then literally, like, I'll just think, like, what I think would, you know, I honestly want it to ride like a roller coaster. I want people's emotions to go up and down when they listen to that shit. You know, I want one song to affect you like, damn, what the fuck? And then the next song you hear is like, oh shit. Like, it kind of takes you out of that depressed feeling that you were just kind of feeling, you know what I'm saying? And puts you back in the feeling where you wanted to be. You know, and that, I kind of wanted that CD, like, the fact that I was in such a depressed state at that time, I wanted it to kind of help people through their depression, you know what I'm saying? Not only did I want it to help people through their depression, I wanted it to show people that you can get through your depression without anybody. You could do it yourself, whether it's through your music or just your family or going to work or taking a walk. Like, you could get through it yourself, you know. But I really wanted it to, like I said, especially, like, I've always felt I want all my CDs and shit to ride like a roller coaster. So when I pick the track list, I just think, like, okay, this one's kind of slow, this one's kind of lovey, you know, this one gets hype again. Like, I just kind of pick them like that. And I never really pick the order, like, nothing like that. Like, believe it or not, that song One Moment was like the first song I ever wrote. The very first song I had ever wrote for the track. That had a lot to do with my baby's mom. At the time, we had just split up, like a lot of things like that. I spoke about my mom, my family. And that was the very first track that I had written, which was like way back in December. And when I had did that, you know, that happened to be the second to the last song on the mixtape. You know, so, like, I never really picked the orders or, like, write them and then that's the orders I write them in, or, like, even really know the orders. I just really am like, okay, I need to, if I have 15 tracks, I need to write at least 30. If I write at least 30, I need to pick 15 of those tracks. After I pick the 15, then I'll put them in the order. And then I really just kind of place them in order off the vibe of the song. Like I said, I want it to take you from, like, first it's like you're serious, you get depressed, then you're happy again, then you're getting money and punching bitches in the face and fucking grannies. And, like, I wanted to be like an emotional roller coaster, you know. So after I do that and I place them in the order, I just go and listen to them. And I hear the way that they fall into each other, the way that they play into each other. You know, if there's too much space in between some songs, I'll, you know, cut something off or add a fucking bomb sound in between or whatever fucking shit I need to do. But most of the time, like, none of my shit is, like, I really, honestly, like, I kind of just wing it. I kind of just go. And that's why I said, like, with this Monster City project, I want to sit down and I want to fucking put my all into it. I don't want to just wing it. I don't want to just wing this one. I want this one to be perfect.
Hell yeah, dog. I totally get what you're going with that, man, because you gotta take them motherfuckers on a little trip, right? So right now, Mesn, I hope you don't mind, but this is a little trip by Unknown Factor. We're back. No fucks given. That was a little trip by me, the Unknown Factor, your motherfucking host. I still got Mesn here, but look, we've been on this motherfucker so long, his phone's about to die, right? You know, what are you gonna do? No fucks given, right? So, Mesn, before we cut out, dog, you wanna give any shout outs?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely, of course, first and foremost, want to give a huge shout out to No Fucks Given, because you guys always show so much love. You guys always fucking make sure we have a good time when we come out. You guys always show out. Like, want to give a huge shout out to you and Shao for everything you guys do, and, you know, much love to you guys. And I want to give a big shout out to Rhymesick and Static and everybody on the fucking label, and really, you know, my mom, my dad, God, everybody that makes this possible, you know, my daughter, you know, everybody, you know, I really, again, I appreciate you guys for having me on tonight and being able to, you know, express the album and tell people and let them know, and the review, I appreciate that so much. And, you know, again, fucking much love to everybody on, you know, everybody that came and listened, and fucking all the listeners and everybody that tuned in, and all the fans and people that are going to listen to the album and shit like that. Like, much love to everybody. I appreciate all you guys.
Hell yeah, man. For real. We'll always fuck around with all you Rhymesick motherfuckers. Nothing but love. I mean, shit. My first show, I opened for Static G. I got nothing but love for all of Colorado, period. That I ain't found a motherfucker in Colorado I've had a problem with. From y'all to Body Bag Syndicate to Static G. For real. Much love to all Rhymesick. Much love to Mesn coming around and fucking around with us. No fucks given. None. But hey, real quick, goddamn it, dude. I need to get a drop from just you. Real quick, can you give me one? Just Mesn with No Fucks Given Hour, Unknown Factor, and then rant your shit off.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Mesn, Monster City, Rhymesick Nation on No Fucks Given with the Unknown Factor. You better get it, bitch.
Yeah! So check it. This has been a dope-ass interview. For real, Mesn, you the shit. Look, go kill that shit with Prozac, man. Fuck yeah. That fucking Hitchcock and Hickok. Go show him what that motherfucking Rhymesick is about. Dog, do it, because I'm telling you, that Osiris is sick as fuck. And if y'all are listening, you need to pick this shit up, whether it's from fucking Mesn himself or you gotta go to rhymesick.com. I don't give a fuck. Find a way to get this album, because I'm telling you, it is fucking fully worth it. But for now, this is the No Fucks Given Hour and the Unknown Factor, as well as Mesn saying farewell. God damn it, I think I just fucked up and interrupted farewell, didn't I? I really did. Well, I can't have that. I can't have you people not be able to enjoy that track from the beginning to the end. So fuck it, I'm restarting it. Yo, we're back. No Fucks Given Hour. Listen, Mesn's gone, and that was a dope ass interview. Alright, hell yeah, Rhymesick all motherfucking day. That's what's up. You hear me? You need to check out every goddamn bit of that label. And the couple motherfuckers on that label that I ain't had on here, shit, we making plans, dog. We making plans, because that's what's up. Because I love that shit, dog. It ain't got nothing to do with anything either but the love of that motherfucking music. I'm telling you. There's plenty of other motherfuckers I bring on just like that, man. Just for the love of their music. That's the only way you get on this radio station, is if I dig your shit, or at least my kid or wife does. You get that? You gotta make one of those three fucking passes, and that's the fucking way it is, right? No fucks given. I don't care. You're gonna get pissed at me because I won't play your shit just because I don't like your music. That's fine. You're gonna get pissed at me just because I was honest to some motherfuckers that you associated with and told them the truth. Are you? That's fine. I don't care. No fucks given. Remember that. I'm the Unknown Factor. Nothing else. And I'll never be anything else to all. Because that's all I've ever been. I realize that now. And if anybody's got a problem with that, that's fine. Again, frankly, I don't give a fuck. I didn't step into this to motherfucking make a bunch of motherfuckers happy. I stepped into this because I enjoy it. And I found that some other people do. You know? They like coming on the show and fucking around with me. They like showing up on the website and seeing what we've done, checking the interviews and all this. They like that our website is on fucking point and not shitty. and actually has like options in the menu, and you can go in and download all kinds of fucking music from other motherfucking artists, not just me. You know what I'm saying? You can buy Biscuit's newest album on that bitch. You can go and check out some of Kane Cortez or Enigma or myself. Oh wait, we ain't got none of Enigma up yet. Oh, I thought we did. Well, fuck, man. Enigma, we'll get on that, right? And we'll get you on this motherfucker too. We need to do that full fucking interview on No Fucks Given Hour, because that's what's up, right? But I mean, that's just what it is, you know? We do this for love of music, because I love music. I've loved the underground for a long goddamn time. Ever since I heard Toy Box by the Insane Clown Posse. That was my shit. I understood and related to it. Just being a social motherfucking misfit, you know? I got it. I did. So everything I do with this radio, with my music, and with anything that I do in this entertainment, I do out of love and nothing else. I mean, for real. And if anybody wants to think anything else, I ain't hard to find. I ain't hard to get a hold of. Fuck. Apparently some of the motherfuckers are hard to get a hold of, though. You want to sit and have a goddamn long-ass text conversation, then when I try and call your phone, you won't even answer. Because why? Because you're scared to talk to me? You afraid I'm going to snap off? Because I will. Don't call my wife a bitch, you little insignificant fucking cockroach. You don't even know how the fuck to conduct yourself. And you know that's right. You can't deal with humanity. And all I want to do is kill humanity. Because I've learned to deal with it. But, you know, I still don't go and do what I want. You just want to run your little goddamn cocksmoker. Go to the motherfucker that said you was a pedophile. Called you a pedophile, dude. Said you had sex with little kids. That's where you go. You go to him. And you shake my hand and lie to my face. And you think I'm going to give a fuck that you tried to make amends after the shit you pulled? No. Go to the wash up. Again, your words, not mine. I never said as much. You sure as shit did. I heard you talk plenty of shit about the motherfucker you're living with. But then again, I've heard the motherfucker you're living with talk plenty of shit about you. Right? And then when I bring the truth into the situation, everybody gets pissed at me. Well, you know what? That's fine. Be pissed at me for having the fucking competency to accept reality for what it is and not want to sit and hide behind a bunch of fucking false skins and bullshit and false lights and this and that. All I've got for you is true darkness. I apologize for that, but it's what's formed in 32 years. So that's what I've got to give to you folks. And I appreciate anyone who will run with the No Fucks Given Radio. Like I said again, we do this for love and nothing more, nothing less. But know that anytime you come and fuck with us, you fuck with the mind of a lunatic. Lords of Chaos, check this shit out. Have a nice night, y'all.